Well, hello, you guys. I'm stopping through here very quickly. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Y'all, let me tell you guys something. Let's get into this. So today, I'm getting myself into the idea that I would like bust my ass for 2 days, and then like the third day, I would like take it easy. Be a little light. Run my errands, take care of things. Meditate. Allow myself to do my spiritual studies about 2 or 3 hours within that day. And, like I said, take care of things. And so either way, you got to kind of be careful what you put out there into the universe, because it seems like when you put something out there in the universe, it does somehow, some way come through. And of course, this could be spiritual, guidance or in this particular situation. So of course, you guys, very, very like a side note. So I got one of my cards appeared last week, right? And it was the throttle body, right? I was like panicking, y'all. It was actually 2 weeks ago, but I did not pick it up until last week. It was a throttle body. And of course, I'm like, girl, when it comes down to these little shits, like, girl, they be like, what do you call it? Faulty, right? Because it's like your body, right? When you buy foreign things or you're putting new components into your body, there could be adverse reactions to these things to your body. Like your body's like, bitch, I'll recognize this and throw it off. And so, that's just like this. When it comes to cars, it's more electronic and all that. And so either way, these parts come faulty. Like there's other parts that could come faulty, but like throttle bodies come for sure. So they replaced that. Yeah, everything was good. All of a sudden yesterday, and I just knew, I was like, this is something with the throttle body, because I'm going and it would not let me accelerate. It's like doing stupid ass shit. I'm like, well, let me take it out of sports mode and put it in regular mode. It would not do nothing. And then even like the car was like surging. So of course I called the mechanic. He was like, yeah, it's a thought about it. You got to bring it in. Da, da, da. So I'm like, here we fucking go, y'all. But it was good because I was going to take off today anyway and just kind of like relax and come on YouTube. And I was going to come on here earlier, but I deal with that bullshit. Come on here, let you guys know that we are doing readings. We are doing, Reiki. And I said this to someone, emailed me. They're like, you said you're a Reiki healer and all this good stuff, but I've never seen you offer anything on that. And I'm like, I have. Throughout the past 5 years, we've offered that. But I think that a lot of people on social media, they're not really understanding what Reiki is. So they're not seeking after that service, right? You only are seeking after services that you're familiar with. So I think a lot of people, they're not, that's not an everyday thing for them. That's not that they hear about, that they talk about. Even going into, especially when it's like majority rules on social media, a lot of spiritual advisors, especially ethnic spiritual advisors, they're not talking about, Reiki and stuff. And this go hands in hand with the chakras. We mentioned this before, and of course I lightly go over this because we're even doing a revamp class on it, which of course I didn't put those classes on the blog spot yet. We talked about it, and I said, well, everything that we talk about does have to be on the blog spot. People send me messages about products and services that are on the blog spot and not on the blog spot. So if they're interested in taking these classes or whatever, they can hit him up and say, hey, you offer classes on blah, 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 and then we go from there. So I'm like, that's not something I have done yet. Of course, I will get to that. But of course, like I said, we talk about it. If you're interested, you definitely reach out and take those classes. But going into Reiki, it's simple but yet complex because when you think about everything with energy, like vampiric energy, succubus, incubus, that right there is getting into the left hand, right hand of Reiki, right? Like it's universal energy, it's universal life force energy that we all have. Everything that has breath praises it. And so you're able to tap into that energy and you're able to offer on the positive side healing, right? You're able to heal, the bodies. It's not just a physical thing. And of course, like I said, if you don't understand what things are, you don't know how to apply the energy. And a lot of like Reiki healers and stuff, they will say, well, wherever the energy, is needed, it will go. So you don't need to really know where to put the Reiki energy. It will go where it needs to go and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's true to an extent, though. The more you know, the more you grow. So if you're not understanding the bodies, and that's why we have a class on the chakras, like there's different bodies, subtle bodies that affect your aura, which ultimately affect your, universal energy. And this even goes deeper than this, right? It even goes deeper into a planetary alignment connection. Like you are literally everything. When they say that, the moon and the stars are you and you are the moon and the stars, like you are literally everything. You have a universe within your body and everything within your body is linked to these outer planets. And so this is why they have to give you the illusion, and I'm going to stand on that, if they actually take space explorations and they go to like Jupiter or Mars and all that, I know they cannot go there unless they're leaving the body, unless they're dying. Remote viewing, come out and tell us that you're remote viewing. Tell us that you're, getting help from AI, which is, a universal energy to understand how these planets stuff are. But you're not actually going there. You're not actually putting billions and millions of dollars into that. And I even said this as well, and I will stand on it. Can we talk? That these people are putting billions and millions of dollars to explore space that they've never been into prior to them building these equipments and instruments. Why can't they put the same amount of money into, because they don't ask us for donations for space exploration. Do they ask you guys, do you guys ever go to the grocery store and they got a handout or a sign and say, would you like to donate money for NASA to go and explore Mars, Jupiter, one of the moons, the Luna, and all that good stuff? Y'all ever say that? But seriously, they have infomercials, they have commercials, they have, stores, they have places that build up and say, how would you like to donate $5 to the Children Researchers Cancer St. Jude? Because the researchers to heal the children of their cancers and lymphatic, blah, 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 blah. And they go into detail and then you're like, yeah, no, whatever. And sometimes these donations, they get bigger. Like they want you to ask for big ones like Costco. And the bigger you go, the bigger your advertising goes. So you could donate like $500. They'll give you this big ass balloon to have your name on it. And when people come in, they'll see your name and stuff. And so either way, you don't see that for space. And so I'm like, as the modern day people, we be like pissed off at like the crazy, and I'm including me in that because we all are in this together. We be pissed off at the dumbest shit. I'm upset that a drag queen's reading to my kid. I'm upset that a Black woman would show up to school with a sexy outfit on. I'm upset that there's a white teacher coming telling my kids about hunting. I'm so upset that there's an Asian woman coming here teaching my children about their Asian culture and their religious beliefs. Like, we're so upset. We protest stuff like that. But you're not protesting your tax-paying dollars. I mean, hell, let's even go deeper than that. They're like cutting off funding for things that people actually could utilize. Now you're up in an uproar, but you want to up in an uproar when they were taking the same amount of money, because like that's first thing they should be cutting is NASA. If they're real, NASA funding should be cut. That's $23 billion, $26 billion a year. That needs to be cut. That needs to be cut. All this other Department of Transportation, like that it's not making sense to me. But because you're not upset about it, because you don't know about it, that doesn't cross your daily, thoughts and ideas for the day, your concerns for the day. You're more concerned about the used to be celebrities. You're more concerned about, the used to be celebrities like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, people that were actually, providing some type of substance to us. You're more concerned about what they got going on, their divorces, their marriages, their children. If they got HIV, herpes, like you're more concerned about that than where your taxpayer dollars are going to. And I'm going to say, I think that y'all pay taxes. Yeah, I mean, I would say that people pay taxes. I would say that. I pay taxes. I know my sisters pay taxes. I would say that y'all pay taxes too. So y'all are not concerned about where your. I mean, you're not really. I mean, like I said, it doesn't make sense to me. And so, just like all of this is connected, all that is connected to the inside of you. And so, they're always trying to explore these planetary things. And it's not to see if life is on this planet, but they're trying to figure out what frequencies and vibrations they could connect to and imitate to help get you together. And so it goes into a lot of stuff, y'all. And so understanding the importance of Reiki and understand the importance of knowing your subtle energetic bodies. And remember, this channel was called the Supreme Nadi Academy, right? That's what it was called originally. It's very important to understand how these energies are moving through your body constantly. And depending on what frequencies and vibrations are put out on the outside, it's going to determine the frequency and vibration inside of the body. And that's why they keep talking about how your DNA, which are cells and structures within these cells, could be altered based on your emotions, your intentions, and most importantly, your environment. So when you play in feces, you become feces. And that's not a joke. That's serious. When you play with, certain things, that's what you become. And it's not you become because you want to become that, but you just, you have, your cells, change, going into the quantum physics and the physics and the bio, fields and stuff like that gets into some deep stuff. And so all this stuff connects. And that's why even like biology and chemistry and science period is so important to understand, because when you know science and you master science, you ultimately master yourself. And we're talking about your inner self. Because the outside stuff can be, there's a lot of stuff that can go on with that. We're talking about the energetic body. So, yeah, and of course, the outside body does influence the inner bodies and vice versa. But we're talking about the inner you that cannot be seen, but it's always moving and doing things. And so going into that, with Reiki, that's very beneficial. And releasing blockages. A lot of us, we feel like we're stuck in cycles. We feel like we cannot get past certain issues. Like, there's something that I keep having a cycle about, et cetera, et cetera. You need that energetic block removed. Reiki is an example of removing that. And so, like I said, it gets very deep. And of course, I'm going to put together a little mini introduction for those who actually, sign up for the next 3 days. I'm going to do something like that, a Reiki session, depending on your own personal, necessity, what you're needing. And of course, it doesn't matter if you're in person or you're over there. We all have access to this energy, and let's say it gets so deep, like I can't even explain it in this introduction video or this video, that you'll be getting about really how this works and kind of like even going into the mind, ideas become things and stuff. And it's moving of energy, right? The energy is being shifted, it's being altered. And so, of course, like I said, we'll be doing it for the next 3 days. And of course, 3 days from when you sign up. So I'll be offering it for 3 days, but I'll also be offering it, you'll be doing it 3 days after you actually sign up. And it'll be a little mini, introduction so you see how you feel with it. Nothing major. It will have major effects though, but this is going to be some basic minor introduction. And of course, going into this too, if you sign up for some of my classes where we were doing, what was we doing? We did like little tiny rituals and stuff, mini rituals. And I said, okay, between the hours of 9 p.m. and, 11 p.m. your time, don't do nothing. We were actually doing distant energetic transfers. So you were able to, feel a little bit of charge up or a little bit of, whatever we were working on. And some of you were like, oh my God, For some reason, around that time, I felt so relaxed. I felt like, whatever. And then I think one person forgot about it. They were like, "Oh, I forgot. You said between hours of 9 and 11, don't do nothing." But I ended up going to bed like right at 8:59, and I just had a very good, relaxing, refreshing, rejuvenating sleep session. I'm like, listen, that's how that works. And like I said, I get into some very amazing things. And so that is what that, like I said, I've offered, Reiki and stuff. But I will put that on the blog spot, the pricing, the options and stuff and all that. Put that on. That will be on there. By tonight. Okay. I even put it in the community posting as well. And then going into readings, if you want to book an hour session, I'm available today. I'm available even tomorrow morning. Okay. I do not have quite a few sessions booked between Friday and Tuesday of next week. And so I try to, pace myself. But today and in the morning, available. Of course, similar, $50 2-question readings. If you're wanting to do just a 30-minute session, of course, this usually goes into that anyway. So I'm kind of like, you're getting not a better deal, but you're getting an actual deal, 50 questions, 2 questions, or $50, 2 questions, because of course, it ended up being 30 minutes. I prepare myself, I get in, I read your question, and I pull in, tap in, finish the session, close it out. So it's kind of like you're getting a 30-minute reading, but you're not paying, 125 for that or 150 for a 30-minute reading. You're getting it for 50. If you're still wanting to do over the phone reading, an hour instead of the 2 questions or whatever, we could do an hour for what we normally charge for 30 minutes, 150. So like I said, that'd be available. Like I said, not 2-question reading for $50. Any question, yes or no, maybe so, time frame, anything you want to, you can ask that. Of course, send the email, and of course, just send a banner going across the screen, and I'll get to you. No more than an hour after you send it, okay? And of course, I was saying like 2 hours before, 3 hours before. I think I would say give me 4 hours because, of course, sometimes I don't see the email, so I'll go and I'll check the spam, but I'm going to be checking it as much as I can. So yeah, get into that. So yeah, going into this, too, something else I wanted to talk about. Okay? Girl, something else I wanted to talk about, girl. There is... and before I forget that too, Reiki goes into chakras, which goes into your immune system, which goes into your body skeletal system, which then goes into your nervous system, which gets into like your vital organs, which then gets into, angelic angels. And of course, it's not in this order, but it's just to show you how everything connects. And even going into science, they said there's a frequency that every living thing has within their DNA structure. There's a certain key, and they call it a musical key, that is within every living thing's DNA structure. And they found it in rocks, they found it in trees, they found it in monkeys, they found it in giraffes, they found it in humans, they found it in birds. Like, it's in every living thing's DNA structure. So like all this intertwines. And once you know better, you do better. Once you understand. And of course, I think a lot of people, they need people to like guide them properly. And that's, of course, that's what people like me are here for, because of course you can always look up your own stuff. You can always research your own stuff. You can always go, to your library and check things out. For what somebody said, they're deleting books, they're taking books out of libraries and stuff. I don't know. I got quite a few books. So, hello, you might as well call me the reading open session, some girl, because call me the librarian, honey. Hello? You delete the books all day long, girl. We got her. Hello? So everything intertwines with something. And even going into like the type of man and the type of woman that you attract, it is all in the inside. And so energy creates energy, and even going into something even deeper. And it's not exactly in this, I'm just giving an example. So you have a polarity within your body, right? You have the negative side and the positive side. And of course, this is frequencies, right? You have negative ions, you have positive ions, okay? And so you're always attracting and you're always expelling or you're always repelling energy. And so I always tell people this, job because this always comes up, right? The number two things, we'll say three things that people hit up for, believe it or not, it's not a healing. Those who are ready for that. And I feel like even when someone like me is offering, like you connect with us and we're offering something, a deal, or we're talking about a topic, I feel like it's a reason for that. And so a lot of people do not do, that's not a number one thing, healing, right? You would think so, but no, it's not. And like I said, the ones who really, those who are moving in spirit, those who are elevating in spirit, they do healing work. But the three number one things that people seek after is love, money, and protection. And so I'm always going over love and finding love. And I always tell y'all this too. Like I take pride. I take pride. Okay. I take pride in the fact that I put my magic where my mouth is. I take pride in saying that I'm one of those spiritualists that can tell you about getting a man because I can. I'm that spiritualist that can tell you about getting money because I can. I can tell you about healing because I can. And when I'm saying I can, that means I have it, or I have the ability to get it effortlessly. And it's nothing cocky, because I say very humbly when I speak, because of course, girl, what I do is for me, it's not for you. But I'm always open to prove. I'm always open to show. I'm always open to provide receipts to people who are like, well, I really don't believe it. I need to see it for myself. And I would say that, see it for yourself. Come and see it for yourself. That used to be my slogan for a while. Y'all remember that? Come and see it for yourself. A lot of people, they can talk about getting money and they got bankruptcy on their credit. A lot of people talk about getting money and they have to file bankruptcy on a lot of things. That's not how that works, baby. They can talk about healing and they're sick in their body now. They're on 20, 2 medications, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 medications. A lot of them will talk about a man or woman. And yeah, they've been divorced 17 times. So they're in a relationship and it's a using relationship. It's not a real one. It's a companionship. It's not an intimate, real that we all want. We all want to be rubbed down and cuddled on and caressed and licked on every now and then. We know from our partner, we need that. A lot of us are not looking unless you're insecure about yourself. You're not looking for somebody just to be comfortable with. I just need a companion because I don't want to be lonely. I need all the body parts working properly. Hello? That's about diet. Okay, that's about dieting, girl. Hello, unless you have some freak ass accident, girl. That's about dieting. But still, and so like I said, I take very much pride on what it is I speak about, and understanding that I'm only able to show you how to get it because I get it. Or I've had it. And I don't have it no more because I want it right now. And that's what it goes down to. And so a lot of people have asked, and I always say the basic common thing, be the energy that you want to attract. I went into a place, I've been going to this place actually for like 4 years. And I barely noticed last year that they have on a wall, be the energy you want to attract. Because I've always said that. Be the energy you want to attract. You want to be good, attract good. Or even if you want, like if you're looking for a rich person, have the potential to be rich. You can't say that I want a wealthy man and yet you don't know how to manage your own wealth. That's not going to work out. We already know the number one thing y'all going to be fighting about is finances. We already know that. That's going to be an issue. And even going into you getting that type of energy, that type of man, or that type of woman, you have to be wholesome. It needs to be still a complete experience, or they're going to think you're using them for their money. And ain't no spell going to keep that down permanently. And baby, we know when it comes to men's money and their sexual energy, baby, they will get rid of people, places, and things for that. And so we don't want to play that nasty game. And so either way, you have to be the energy you want to attract. If you're currently in a state, because everything is a season, everything is a cycle. Okay, get Get some pen and paper. Okay, we're gonna go over some keywords. Everything's a season. Everything's a cycle. And just like in a year, there's 4 seasons. Hello? There's 4 different cycles within 1 year. Can we talk about it? There's 4 different sections on a clock. Between the 12 and making your way around the 12 again, you have 4 quarters in a whole time. What would you call that? A whole time, a 12-hour period. No, what would you call that? A 12-hour format. Well, how would that be of a 12-hour meridian? Anyway, you have 4 quarters. Okay, each quarter is 15 minutes on a clock. Okay, and so everything is 4. It's balanced out to 4, come out to 4, right? And of course, sometimes it goes into 6 and shit. But I'm saying all this to say, okay, so there's quarters, right? And so your energy, okay, your time, right? Let's say in this current season, because you can't be in the same season forever. This is why you got to manifest quickly. This is why you got to manifest quickly. Ain't nobody manifesting love in 5 years. Ain't nobody manifesting a new car, new job, $1 million in 5 years. Baby, if it has not happened for you within a certain time period, and I would say that's 90 days for me. And if it doesn't work, we do another 90 days. We take a break, but we do not keep doing it for years and years and years and years. Baby, if you're doing the same work for more than 1 complete year and it is not manifesting, you need to check yourself because you're wrecking. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You're wrecking, babe. It shouldn't take that long. And if you have years and years and years and years and years of blockages, because I didn't mention that could prolong, but maybe your priorities are not straight. Maybe you want, the money, but there's other things stopping you from getting there. So that's where you do your shadow work. You spend, 1 year or 6 months or 30 days or 90 days out of the year on shadow work, where you completely deal with your own energy, your own self. You tell people, I need a distance, I need time to myself. And you heal what is coming up. And then, or you know what's coming up. And then once you identify what's coming up, then you spend another 90 days to heal those, at least to start it. And then you start working on what it is you're trying to manifest. But either way, in your season, that energy only has to be about what you're trying to manifest in that season. And no, it does not work January to March and March to, no, girl, this could be even February, and 3 months from February. This could even start in March and continue from the next March, because that's 1 year. So that just shows you that there's no right or wrong time to start this or what season you're in. But in that whole time, you need to focus on what it is you're trying to manifest. In the same notion, y'all, on the same frequency, in the same season, you're going to be tested. You're going to get tested by people, place, and things that are not what you're trying to manifest. Let me give you a good example. If you're trying to manifest love, means that it's one of the most sought after things for magic. And that's why a lot of scammers or chat GPT influenced witches, artificial intelligence influenced witches. They be asking, chat GPT, how can I become one of the best known spiritualists ever to exist? And girl, they be on here doing content on those chat GPT topics and shit. Girl, that. Anyway, let's say you're doing love. You're like, I'm not going to settle. I'm okay. I don't care the race, but they have to be a masculine man. Like, I don't want him to be too into like feminine stuff. I don't want him to, want to get his nails did. Like, keep your nails nice and clean. Keep your feet nice and clean. But babe, we're not going to the spot together. You get your cuticles cut. You get your toes painted and stuff. And girl, you know what I mean? Like, girl, you get a massage. But even then, I'm just like, I want to be able to give the massage. Okay, I don't want nobody else giving you a rub down like that. That's intimacy. That's sex, babe. I don't want nobody else's hands caressing your body like that. I want to be able to. Hello? And so either way, what you're trying to manifest, maybe a guy is going to show up that's masculine, but he's going to have other things behind that masculine teeth that you're not asking for. And so the signs are going to come up. But if you're desperate, which means that you don't really care what is coming to you, you just want that body with you, you're going to fail that test. And you're going to open up to that energy, and then it's going to be a domino effect. So now you're going to feel like I'm doing the work. I'm trying to find, but I just feel like I'm keep getting pushed back. I keep getting pushed back. And of course, that goes into that. And so you have to be in the energy of what and who you're trying to manifest. There's not no you're single and you're looking to date, and you're every free moment you're dealing with people who are single and they want to stay single. Going even into once you start dating people, because you got to date multiple people to find out if they're the one, the two, the three, and the four. There's not no one person hits you up, you like that one person, you know for sure they're the one. You got to date people to get a feel of what if they're genuine or not. Especially right now, y'all. There's a lot of artificial influences. Hello. So a lot of people are playing games. And so either way, once the person show you that they're not everything you're looking for, that's your cue to bye-bye. Because you're not looking for, you're not in the season for friendship. You're not in the season, I'm looking for more friends. No, you're in the season to find you a man. So now this guy is playing games. He's like, oh, I'm not really looking for a relationship. I already have a wife. And I'm never going to leave my wife, and we're forever. Well, baby, I connected with you because I was hoping that we were going to turn into a relationship, baby. At that point, it's bye. And better yet, if we're vibing so much because we're both cool, I need to hang out with you and your wife together. I think we all need to hang out. And no, we're not doing no sister-wife type of shit. But I think we all should hang out because I'm definitely open to polygamy. I'm saying if you're not a polygamous person. Because it does take a village to run a house, but I do believe in that. So I'm definitely open to share my man, okay? But baby, I still need all the time when I need it. Hello? When it's my time, Miss Thing better go somewhere else. Because then that's when we're going to have our motherfucking problems. Can we talk about it for a minute? Hello? But I'm saying if you're not looking for polygamy, okay? You're not going to be down with somebody who's like, well, hey, I'm in a relationship, but I'm going to hang out with you as if I'm single. No, baby, because that person is cock blocking you. That person is stopping you from manifesting what it is you want to manifest. And then, of course, let me tell you how the devil gets to the energy, the shaitan, the opposing energy, the oppressing energy, the energy that want to keep you stuck in your cycle, that suck and stuck in your cycle. They want to suck you back into your cycle over and over and over. It becomes very intelligent. It has its own intelligence. It's one thing y'all got to understand. The system knows your likes and dislikes. They know your gifts and your abilities. So they're going to try to work around that. Like, oh, she got smarter. She figured out with the first toy that I sent her, the first tester, she's like, oh, hey, I'm partial and partial. So let me do one even better. Let me send you somebody who's even more your type, but they're about to flip your life upside down. They're about to flip it all the way around, baby. It's about to be a complete 360. You think you elevating, and girl, you're like, fuck, what I get myself into? Once again, be the energy you want to attract. Deal with energy in that season that you're trying to attract into your life. Don't sit here and settle down for people who want to play games, because confused energy attracts confused energy. And you cannot say, but that's their energy, it's not my energy. Yeah, but you hang with them. And they always say, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. Show me your friends and I will show you who you are. You cannot say that you're intelligent, you're spiritual, you're successful, and you have friends that are none of that. That's not how that works. Somebody somewhere is lying to somebody. Somebody somewhere has a modern spirit around him. And that's what you want to pray against too, honey. When you want to protect your stuff, cutting energetic ties. If we vibe, we vibe. We don't have to connect energies like that. You need to do some splitting of energy as much as you can. But like I said, baby, if we're not vibing like that, babe, we're not vibing like that. Girl, it doesn't mean that we cannot be friends, but it just means that you're not what I'm looking for right now. I'm trying to manifest this man and you're kind of blocking. And like I said, it seems like that happens when you're working on shit too. And there's a reason for that. It's trials and tribulations. It's tests. just to see if you really are who you say you are, if you know what you like. And so that's what it comes down to. You have to be the energy that you want to attract. Y'all, be the energy you want to attract. Okay? Be the energy you want to attract. So anyway, that's pretty much it. The two things pop by here to tell you about reading, $50, two questions. That'll be done too over the next 3 days. We'll do today, Friday, and we'll do Saturday. Oh, by the way, also, honey, next week is my birthday. And girl, we're gonna be hustling because I never thought about this, y'all. Like, I don't really care for jewelry. Like, I told y'all I have bought jewelry, as an investment, just in case, times, get hard. You could take your jewelry and pawn it and get your money. I've even had people to buy me jewelry. I had. Girl, listen, times get hard, girl. You can always sell a gold chain. Hello? A platinum chain. Hello? You can always sell diamonds. Hello? Those are precious metals. And so either way, I felt this. It kind of came to me earlier this year. And I said, girl, I'm the daughter of Oshun. I need some bangles. I need some solid gold bangles. I need some jade with gold bangles because I love jade. Jade is one of my favorite stones. And nephrite. Nephrite and jade. Those are my two. I love those stones. They're beautiful in color. I love the way they feel on me. They just feel so good. And so I said, I need two for my birthday. I need to give me three. I want to get five, but I want to at least give me three gold bangles. And so I went to go get them priced. And they were telling me 14 karat, $1,250 per bangle. And so I was like, that's my goal to get it for my birthday. My goal for my birthday is to get three motherfucking bangles. Y'all, baby, I'm ready to work for 24. Listen, what they say, 24 hours on call? Girl, I'm ready to get into that 24-hour period, girl. Hello? Girl, we're available for readings and consultation at every time. Reiki healing anytime for the next 2 days. No, that's not true, girl. I need some hours to recuperate. But, girl, I was like, girl, let's get it. Let's get it. Baby, let's work. Let's do it all, girl. Let's do readings, casework. Let's do this, let's do that. Girl, let's do it all. Let's do it all, girl. We need it, girl. We need it. We get up in it. And that's what we gonna do. And so, y'all, for my birthday, that's what I want. Listen, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful to y'all. And of course, because one of my sisters gonna say, bitch, are you kidding me? One of my sisters, she was so cute. Even, this year, she's like, you want to go to a spa or something? Last year, girl, she got me like a movie. She got me some statues. She got me some building blocks and shit that said best friend and stuff on it. No shade. I was like, girl, first of all, I'm too grown. I'm too grown, baby. Girl, I already have statues and shit. Building blocks and stuff. I'm like, girl, that's just more shit to hoarder and to become trash down the line. Give me some silver. Give me some gold. Buy me a gold bracelet. That's what I want for my birthday. When it comes to being pampered, baby, listen. Girl, when it comes to statues, I get my own statues and stuff, girl. No shade. Girl, at this point in time, baby, yes. Give me some gold. Give me some silver. I love me gold. Call me Leprechanisha. That's gonna be my name, Leprechanisha. Oh, I want me gold. Give me some gold. Give me some gold, baby. 1 ounce of gold is I think it's $15.69 right now. Don't quote me on that. I can get a cute little Canadian piece of gold for like $500. I think that's cheap. It's a cute little Canadian little piece. It's like a little talisman or something, girl. I'm gonna right over there to that jeweler coin place over there and go give me a cute little Canadian Queen of England. I think that's her face on there. I don't know. It's a little tiny piece of. I get that $500. Give me that. Building block statues, movies, and all that, girl. Listen, I don't want to hoarder. Girl, pedicure's not a girl. Just give me a gift card. Like I said, gift cards, gold and silver. That's what I want on my birthday, girl. That's what I want for my birthday. You ask what I want for my birthday? Go ahead and send me a Cash App, a Venmo, a PayPal. Go ahead and buy me a gold bracelet, a bangle. Give me a cute little bangle. Girl, hello. So I can be stunting on them, girl. Hello. Girl, listen, I will never take those motherfuckers off, girl. I'll be stunting with those, girl. I always throw my hand. I talk with my hands anyway, but I'll be throwing my elbow and shit, girl. I'll cam up, girl, even in a bonnet. I don't give a fuck at that point. I'll cam up with a bonnet on and with my house coat on like I have on now. Hello? With no panties on. Bitch, I'll come up. I don't give a fuck, girl. And have my hands on my face, showing off my nose. I'm like, hey, y'all, today we gonna be. Yeah, yeah. And of course, some haters are gonna say, well, why don't you buy it yourself? Don't you work? Don't you have clients? Yeah, but that's what we save our money for. It's like, why spend mine when I can spend yours? And honestly, baby, the real way, I don't scam, I don't fraud, I don't do none of that, baby. I want to spend your money. I want to spend your money the legitimate way. So there you go. I love being gifted, I love being spoiled. There you go. So yes, honey, I can go spend my money and go get me some bangles right now. Shout out to my supporters and gifters and suitors who have gifted, who continue to give. Then I can take that money and I can go buy, bangles right now. Yes, I can. Yeah, that's why I can use a credit card if I needed to. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can. But it's like, but why? But why? When my birthday's coming up. Bitch, when it's your birthday, y'all be spoiled, honey. Y'all, hello? And your birthday is this month, honey. Let's spoil each other. Your birthday is this month too, honey. Shout out to my fellow Geminis and Cancer. It's your birthday this month, girl. Yeah, let's do what they call it, white elephant. Or I give you the best that I can give, and you give me the best. Baby, hello. And that's what that comes down to, baby. Yes. Why spend mine when I can spend yours? So that's what we do. And another thing too, baby, we work though. We don't expect handouts. That's why we offer casework, we offer classes, we do events, we do little breakdown. Hey, you want to join this, want to join that? Hey, we got a little reading right now today, $50, 3 question reading, whatever. That's why we offer things like that. Because of course, where it's like, well, yeah, I work, I can use my work money, but it's like, yeah, but I mean, come on now, girl, grow up. You're grown. You got bills to pay. Girl, you grown, girl. You out here, hey, let me go get me some bangles and shit. Girl, what? And we don't do, we're not escorting anything, girl. Don't pull foul now. Don't pull foul out, girl, because these OnlyFans people, they wouldn't be, they'll have to shut down their cam shows and they business anyway. I put a lot of these OnlyFans members out of business. Hello? Don't bring out Fallon, girl. Just get me 3 motherfucking bangles. The fuck, girl? The hell? Excuse me? Excuse me, girl. Hello? Excuse me? And y'all know I always say anyway. I put it out there, baby. If people support, they support. They don't, girl. I'll figure out a way to get it myself, girl. Y'all know how I do, girl. Anybody who's known me my whole life, including my mom, we call her verified, girl. I've never been like, Mama, can you please, baby, you got it, you don't. Baby, I'm gonna make a way out of a wheel. Can we talk about it? Hello? They said there's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna make a way out of a wheel. Hello? I have the willpower to do it, girl. Hello? Hello? Girl? Yeah. Girl, bye. I'm gonna get those bangles. Hello? Hello? If you want to support and help me get those bangles, go ahead. My birthday's next week. Happy birthday to me and the fellow people that got their birthday. What is next week? Next week is today is what, the 13th? The 12th? Yeah, tomorrow's 13th. Friday 13th, y'all. Lucky day tomorrow. 14, 15. So, okay, so we're going to have the 16th to what, like the 22nd? The 16th to the 22nd. So your birthday is 16th to the 22nd of June, girl. We share the same birthday week. What we going to do? What we going to do, honey? What we going to do, y'all? Hell. What we going to do? Should we have a Gemini private party? Hell. Should we do a special birthday content? Girl, should I come on here on Monday every day next week and we do a birthday celebration? Maybe, oh my God, that would be so cute. Maybe we do like a birthday week, raffle or something, girl. I was gonna say gambling game. Girl, we ain't gonna do no damn game. Girl, but we could do like a raffle. We could do like okay, today is, a gift to y'all. Today we're doing, $5 readings. Today we're doing $30 casework. Today, y'all, you want me to do a special midnight myself? We'll do something. Like, maybe we'll do something like that next week, girl. And it'll be every day next week. Can we do that? 16th to the 22nd. Well, the 20th, I probably won't be here for that though, because we will be doing the summer solstice tea. If you don't know, you better look it up. Hello, we will be doing that. Okay. But yeah, but every day, girl, we can come out, with a tiara on, maybe a little sash that say birthday girl on it, maybe I put on, something, you know what I mean? And yeah, girl, raffle and shit. Yeah, y'all, we doing a raffle and then to get me my bangos and all that good shit. It will only be going for the bangos. Hello? That's what we gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, honey. Yes, girl. So then, y'all, yes, check out the blog spot within the next hour so you will see. And right now it's five. What is it? Five something. The girl, the phone just died. It's okay. That wasn't nobody knocking. That was the phone. It's 5:32 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So by 6:30 p.m. y'all will see what I mentioned on the blog spot, the Reiki sessions and the readings, okay? And we did 2 questions for 50. Let's do 3 questions for 50. Let's do 3 questions for 50. If you want to do an hour reading, it'd be 150 over the phone. 3 questions for 50 will be via the email. You have my number. I can text it to you. I can text you, your reading question. But, that's something too, y'all. If y'all don't mind, when y'all be sending me emails about testimonies and stuff, do y'all mind if I put together like a cute little testimony? Okay, hey, okay. Should I put together a cute little testimony video? And it'll be like, y'all can see a little email to my people that be like, thank you, Miss Six, so much for what you did. Thank you, Mia. Thank you. You've done a lot. Thank you so much. You've helped. Do y'all want to see that? Because I always feel like, girl, if people need, like, how do you feel that? I feel like that's like, how would I say this? Like, okay, for McDonald's, for Burger King, for Walmart, Walgreens, like, yeah, I need a review on a product to make sure it's worth it. I need that. When it comes to spiritual shit, I'm not spiritually ignorant and reaching out to somebody to do spiritual work for me. Like, I already should know the basic stuff about if this person's legit or not. I should be like, or okay, well maybe, hey, I don't want to get a reading right now because you may not be legit. So let me get a classing. Let me do a collaboration with you. And then let me see what you're giving with me. And then are we compatible? Let's do a chemistry test. And so for me, that's what it's all been. So it's like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, reviews are needed. People have offered throughout the years to say, hey, if you need to, you can just call in. I haven't told y'all we're going to do feedback Tuesdays, which I'm really thinking we should really start that next week. Now that I'm really thinking about it, that should be good too. Do feedback Tuesdays, good or bad, honey. You call up, it could be audio, and you can say, hey, your experience, honey, over these, past years that we've been doing work, if you manifest your stuff, if you haven't, your honest opinion. And of course, I could also give you feedback on the seat too. Because, of course, people are going to say, well, I was advised. And I'm not saying that this happened, hey, possibility. Hey, I was advised on doing some work. The reading was accurate. I definitely started doing work on the man. I started seeing the man coming. But then I found out there was other people coming in, trying to tap in and get on the piece. And then I felt like, all things wasn't going well. And so I gave up on it. And so that was, 8 years ago. And I've not seen this man still. So it's kind of like, is it my work that has to manifest it, or is it you not doing your work of why I haven't manifested? But that's what it comes down for. So, of course, it will be that type of event. You like, girl, so have you followed the instructions? Are you doing what you have to do? Because a lot of times I be feeling like people be wanting things, but they don't be wanting things. Like, girl, if I want something, I give it my all. Like I tell you, I have survival mode in me when I want something. I will go above and beyond when I want something. I will go above, girl, hello? That's survival mode. I will go above and beyond. So like I said, girl, if I want a man or I want a particular person or thing, oh girl, it's hustle, girl. Let me figure out what this man like, and let me just mold myself with that energy just for a little bit. Hello? Girl, that's what it is for me. Oh, I'm trying to, blah, 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 blah. What's going to stop me from doing blah, blah, blah? Okay, let me cut those people off. Let me cut those sins off for a couple of days. Girl, I want to work at a job. They only have one shift available. The shift is 5 a.m. in the morning. And I'm working from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's like, oh my God, but that's going to go into my TV shows because I don't even watch Sherry Shepherd at 2 o'clock. and get up at 5 o'clock. I don't know, it's kind of weird because I know that blah blah blah. I got to be to work at da, 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 or my kids got to be to school at 7 o'clock. So who's going to handle that? Oh, girl, you better start putting that together before you even apply for that job or do work for that job. You better get yourself in that mode. I told y'all, girl, I was so used to sleeping in and having like certain schedules, and they said the early bird get the worm. So I started thinking, well, a lot of people are sending me emails at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Let me start making myself get up that early, and I did. And even today, I got up at 5 a.m. Now, yes, I did go back to bed because I only slept 5 hours at that point. But I did get up at 5 a.m. I was up until like 6:20. And I was also thinking about my motherfucking car. Like, damn, I just picked the bitch up from this motherfucker repair. And now I gotta take it to the motherfucker again. You know, the motherfuckers again to do this. And of course, you know, like I said, it does come fault and shit. And then another plus thing to it as well. The tow truck is supposed to come an hour and 45 minutes. And it actually came in 20 minutes. So for a very split second, girl, because, you know, I'm going to be real with y'all, you know, that girl, I was like, you know what? Is this energy manifesting? Because on a full moon, my car couldn't drive. But I was like, but I really wasn't stopping shit because I was actually just kind of running around doing some errands I was supposed to be doing today. But something told me to do it, some of them yesterday, so I did. And it just so happened, it stopped, you know, I could have drove it, but I was like, oh, girl, we're not going 20 miles per hour. No, ma'am, we need to go up. We need to go 65, 85, 95, 100. Hello? Bitch, hello? And so I was like, oh, no, we can't be doing that. And so, like I said, the tow came. Of course, I have roadside assistance. You know, shout out to AAA and roadside assistance through Travel America. Shout out to y'all, honey. But I was like, oh, girl, an hour and some minutes. Oh, my God, what we going to do? And I was like, girl, it's in God's hand. I was like, girl, this is bad energy. Let it be bad energy. When I get home, I'm throwing a plate and I'm throwing an egg and I'm pouring some beer on me. Hello? And that's what I said to. I'm breaking a plate, breaking an egg, and throwing some beer when I get home. But girl, I was shocked. That tow man called and he was like, I'll be there. My ETA is 20 minutes. I was like, it took me an hour and 40 minutes, babe. So I was like, oh, so no magic manifested in. This was really just me, spirit telling me, girl, you need to sit down and do your shit, girl. Somebody probably needs you. So get on, you know, stay, you know, don't be running your errands tomorrow. Do a little bit of organizing, which I did. Cleaned out my refrigerator, wiped off my stove, took the eyes off, scrubbed it nice and good, did all the good shit. Right now I'm about to actually put all my little facial creams into a different container because this container, I don't know where the fuck this lid is at. I'm about to vacuum in here, probably shampoo the little hallway, little walkway from door, you know, while I wait on some readings and stuff, Reiki bookings, you know, to come through. And we get in on that, girl, because we ready. Hello? We stay ready, so we got to get ready. Girl, we got a whole little girl. Listen, I can show you a whole little secret. We got a whole little secret. We got our oils and stuff and all that stuff like that. Oh, that's another thing too. Because I made some love oil. Okay, in the month of March and April, I had a lot of oils for love being requested. So I made a lot and I sold a lot, and I still have like a 16-ounce mason jar with the oil. So I'm gonna actually put probably half of that, because this is some good shit, y'all. This just smells so good. I'm gonna put half of it into bottles, whatever fit into that bottles, because I think that's about 12 ounces, I believe, 12 ounces of fluid. So I could probably do, you know, and maybe like 6 bottles of oil. And I'm gonna sell that to y'all. I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna tell you, you know, $2, whatever. $2, you just pay for shit. However, we're gonna do that. And then the other half, what I'm gonna do is I have these little tiny sample containers, and I'm gonna be going in person, and I'm going to give the people I know, like at the store stuff I know, I'm gonna give them little tiny vials of this stuff, and I'm gonna ask them, like, you know, hey, I want your feedback right now, honesty. I want to, you know, turn on the sound. I want to record the audio, and you give me your honest feedback. What does it make you feel like? What is it smelling like? Because let me tell you right now, you know, there's people on here that I can get on here to testify about my oils and stuff and how they work, and especially these new revamped oils that we've been doing for the past 2 years. That has been charged with a lot of Reiki energy and, you know, vortex, you know, also the good shit, girl. You know, we know what areas to go to get that type of energy, love, protection, healing, whatever. we know where to go. And so either way, I would have them to come on here, but because one of these persons is someone that's really close to me, people be like, oh, they only saying it because they want this girl to sell shit. This bitch don't give a fuck about sell shit or not. Cause she know a bitch is still gonna get it. Hello? She wouldn't care, but I said for the sake of that, yeah, she'd come on and give her feedback if she wants to do that. But I'm gonna go to people who are not into spiritual stuff. We're gonna do random strangers and stuff. People who are not into spiritual stuff, people who don't like know my products, don't know my services. They just think I go to the store and I'm here to buy my grocery stuff and keep it pushing. That's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be a live, direct feedback. This oil is the shit. It got me smell like, yeah, we're going to get into all that. I'm going to ask probably 3 questions. What does it smell like? What does it make you feel like? And what, when you put this on, what do you get? What do you feel like? I'm not even going to tell them what type of oil it is. That's how good we're going to get into, so y'all can see that Madam Merkaba, when it comes down to tinctures and oils and herbs, and of course the power of seduction, you know, getting in and getting you to get. I'm that one. Call me the fairy godmother, honey. You call me the voracious godmother, not the fairy girl, the voracious, because we just don't deal with fairies, girl. Shout out to the fairy community. But we deal with, call me the voracious. Hello, the voracious. Yes, girl, voracious. I don't know if that's a word, but if it's not, whatever. Voracious. Call me the voracious. Voracious. Call me the voracious godmother. Okay, girl, we're here to get it together. We're here to get you your man, your friend, your cause, your, you know, the new job you want, the new baby you need. We're here to get you that because, girl, we seriously want you to win. We ain't no hater over here. We're not hating on you because you know, you black, you gay, you straight. We're not hating on that. We don't give a fuck about that, girl. Hello? Now, if you are non-binary, I don't want to work. No, you're gonna say that. She don't like the non-binary community. Yeah, if you're non-binary, girl, I'm not the one for you because I had a lot of personal opinions about y'all that I stand on, and it's the program. So yeah, I'm probably not I'm probably not spiritual for you if you're non-binary. But everybody else, girl, come on, listen. We're not a hater. Girl, we want you to win. You win, I win. I love it. I love to hear feedback. And I'm not so excited. I get excited, y'all. I get excited when you get your shit. I get, you know, and also don't be giving me no bad news neither, girl, because it kind of puts me in that element. Yeah, one of my people that I've been dealing with for years, they were kind of, you know, telling me, you know, some things they were dealing with. And it kind of, you know, it kind of brought me back to my experiences. And I was like, ooh, girl, they're putting me in that energy, honey. And, you know, I cried a little bit. And I said, you know, I said a quick little prayer, you know, for them and their family. I said, you know, God, you know, see them through this, honey, because they're needing it. And of course, you know, as the time go on, it's going to be even more, you know, they're going to need more, you know, support. And this is where they're going to see people and, you know, people, place and things for what they really are. They're going to see them. Because I was even watching some too, where Melissa Ford said when people lose their parents, like their mother, they tend to lose friendships. And I'm like, girl, they were never friends then. Like serious relationships like that, that's what makes or break friendships. I tell y'all, my best friends, my people I call sisters, when times got rough, they never forgot about me. When times got rough, they never forgot about me. So it's like, girl, the same thing with me. When times got rough for them, whether it was a death, whether it was, you know, very life-changing, scary experiences for them, you know, I'm like, they need me more now than ever. They need me more than they ever needed me before. So I made myself available. And I did things that I was not comfortable with. I did things I didn't want to do, but I put aside my own feelings. So I was like, baby, if I was in this situation, I would want them to be there for me. And of course they were. You know, when I lost my sister and I went through other life-changing events that, of course, elevated me, you know, my people that I call my sisters and my best friends and stuff, they were there for me. And even times where I was like, oh, I don't want to talk about it, they were still like talking about it. To say, girl, it's okay. It's normal to go through this. So like I said, these are people that I will forever, until death do us part, we will be best friends. We will be sisters forever because we experienced life-changing things. And when times got ugly, They didn't leave. And so it's like, girl, no, Mr. Melissa Ford, you're dealing with people that are fake. You're dealing with fraudulent, artificial, influenced people. Because, baby, when you're going through your darkest time, that's what your friendships and stuff is for. It's for you. It's the community. They're your support. They're supposed to be there for you mentally, physically, and emotionally when you need them. And so that, and whether they become combative, whether they become whatever, they're going to still be there. They're going to offer you moral support. They're going to be there. And that right there, that will tell you if these are your friends or not, if they're worthy of your time. Because that's what I'm about. Because, baby, I came into this world by myself, I would die by myself. Honey, with or without friends, like without friends, I wouldn't be depressed. Like I may think like, oh, I want to go out and hang out and stuff. But, oh, girl, that's a girl. You go to bars and hang out with people that you don't really want to build relationships with and go home. But having close friendships and having bonding with people, that's a beautiful experience, honey. A lot of people never understand that because they don't have. And clearly, Melissa Ford would never understand. There's no shade in her because I love Melissa Ford, honey. I always have, girl. I think that's also fellow spiritualists who just haven't woke up into her gifts yet. But I've always loved Melissa Ford, honey. And so, girl, she just got to find her the right people that genuinely want to fuck with her because they see her spirit. And that's another thing, too. Real friends, they don't see you for the gay, the black, the tall, the handicaps. They don't see you for your indifference. They actually see your energy. And so they're vibing with you because their energy and your energy are compatible. And we know that energy comes in many forms, but we know that the same energy is the same energy. So because the energy decides to come through as a hard of hearing person, or the energy starts to come through as a speech impediment person, or the energy starts to come through as a gay person or whatever, that energy is still part of your tribe. And the mundane people and the spiritual people who are not really spiritually inclined will never understand that. The spirit is what's important. We don't have to have nothing in common physically, but energetically, what do I feel like with you? Do I vibe with you? Do I connect with you? Do I feel safe with you? Would I be able to tell you my secrets and know you're not going to judge me for it, even though I hear that you judge other people? Am I safe with you? Can I trust you? And that's what it comes down to. So like I said, I'm very grateful to have found my tribe of people. And of course, there's more out there because we never stop, learning and growing and connecting with people. But I'm very grateful because a lot of people don't have that. And that's why there's a lot of bitter ass people. They want you to lose because they're losing. I want you to win, baby. I want you to have the house, the car, the good health. I want you to be the best you can be. And like I said, baby, if you're like Mystic, I want to learn how to manifest, but I don't think you're manifesting. Ask me for my receipt. Hello? I'm that spiritualist, that girl. Once you book that session, listen, Mystic, I want to know. Goddess, I want to know. I don't know if you can do it or not because you haven't talked about it. And girl, like I'm the queen of receipts. Girl, let me go ahead and show you this really quickly. Hello, let's go ahead and get you this really quickly. Let's grab this receipt, girl, because we keep all our receipts for everything, girl. When it comes down to anything I have to sign for, we keep those receipts, and it says for 10 years. So, baby, I've always said, can you help me manifest a successful business? Because I don't think you have ever done so. What? Who? What? Missy, can you help me heal from my issues? Because I know you were never adopted or put up for anything, but can you help me heal my trauma that I have with my mom and it? Because I don't know if you can or not because, you're a tranny and I'm not. Excuse me? Baby, what you need the receipts? Because how you know what it is? Hello? I could be faking like I'm a transgender. You don't know that. I could just be a androgynous female. How do you know that? Because, girl, if I show you the birth certificate and the ID card, girl, it says female. Hello, girl. Hello. We just actually renewed our driver's license because the driver's license expired. Yeah, we just renewed that. Hello, baby, it says female. So how do you know? Maybe I'm playing like I'm trans because I want to be treated like a gutter. I want you to disrespect me. I want you to talk to me nasty. I want you to call me a nigga bitch. How do you know that doesn't excite me? Hello? How do you know? You don't know that. You don't know what we got going on over here. You know my content is to play like I'm a transgender, two-spirited person. You don't know that at all. You don't know the tea. You don't know the tea at all. You just know what I told you. Okay. Because, girl, knowing a social security number going off of ID cards going off of that, even calling mama, you wouldn't have no idea. Now, of course, girl, if you're nasty, you might have seen some online content. But, girl, hell, that could have been fake. Hello? They got prosthetic penises out there. You know what? Hello? Can we talk about it for a minute? Can we talk about it for a minute? Can we talk about it? So anyway, y'all, let me go. Let me see this up in here. Come on, EPEC. How you doing, EPEC? Come on, Kaya. Yes, Kaya. Hello. Hello, EPEC. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Kaya. Kizzy Kaya. I hope you're doing well, Kizzy Kaya. Debbie, how do you deal with someone who doesn't put an effort to keep up with you socially? So I would say this. Are you talking about a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a friendship? Um, Are you saying you want to go hang out and they're just always making up excuses about hanging out? Like, I'm busy. I got to do this. I got to go run errands. I got to go see my kids. I got to go drop off my mama. And you come to find out that mama live way in Missouri and shit and they're over here in California. Is that what you're talking about, Debbie? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, there's only one person in here now. Ooh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they're still in here. I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, Debbie's still in here. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go. Y'all, listen, talk to y'all later. Check out the blog spot, like I said, in 30 minutes. Okay, it's a friendship. Okay, Debbie is still in here. Come on. Yeah, so you're talking about a friendship. You invite them to come out socially, and mysteriously they can never make time for you. I would feel like there's two things that will make this a valid if they work, or they're taking care of children or their mother or father. Something that I think a lot of people forget about, Debbie, is that friendships are a relationship, and all relationships deserve your time and attention. Just like flowers and produce and stuff, right? And I would look at friendships as a garden of fruits and vegetables. You need fruits and vegetables to consume to stay healthy and strong, right? And so you want the same plant to keep producing the same collard greens for you, the same kale for you over and over and over and over. You want the same tree that you planted to produce the same apricots or plums for you, right? And so when the friendship is abandoned, when the friendship is not nourished, respected, there's no boundaries up. However, the way that friendship should be, then that tree starts to wither and it starts to die. And ultimately, that's a dead friendship. So if you have a friend and this friend, like I said, the only three excuses, because whether you're married or not, or have a girlfriend and a boyfriend, you still got to make time for your friends. You still got to do it, especially if your friends came before your boyfriend and your girlfriend. You still got to make time. That's just how it is. All relationships need to be nourished. All relationships need to be watered and fed. And so either way, that's what it comes down to. And another thing as well, I'm you and you are me, Debbie, even as complete strangers. We are one and the same. We have different experiences, we have different storylines. And so if I'm vibing with you as a friend, then you are reflecting back to me when I'm reflecting back to you. And the qualities in me that you dislike is the qualities that you dislike in yourself, because I'm here to remind you of those qualities. And that's why you're like, ooh, I hate the fact that she's always talking too loud. Or I hate the fact, I love her as a sister, but I hate the fact that she's too unorganized or whatever. This goes into something in your life, like maybe you're just organized with your thoughts. Maybe you're just organized in your presentation. And so this friend manifests physically as this organized friend, whatever. So, like I said, if you have a friend and this friend cannot hang out with you because, they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they putting your boyfriend or girlfriend ahead of you. If they have other friends they're hanging out with, so they're putting you before those other friends. If they're just like, oh, you like going to this place, I don't care to go there. At that point, you're asking yourself, what makes us friends? What makes us compatible? What makes you and I connect? It has to be deeper than us being female, us being black, us being trans, us being, whatever. It has to be deeper than that. What is making us bond? What is keeping us together? And that's what it comes down to. They never open your checks. Oh, block them. Yeah, they're not a friend. Block them. Block them. Block them. Yep, block them. Block them, honey. That's not a friend. Debbie, let them go. Let them go. There's friendships that I've had with people that ended and we never formally said goodbye. I have friendships with people that just ended and we just never said goodbye. And it's not that we didn't say goodbye on purpose, but I'm looking back, I'm like, yeah, and I spoke to them since 2001 or 2021. Or I've spoken to them since 2011. Like, it's like, girl, damn, we didn't say goodbye. No, because we fell out. It's like, well, girl, you're not reaching out to me. I'm not reaching out to you. As I always tell my family on Facebook, said too, if you're not checking on me, I'm not checking on you. I'm a single trans person. I'm the only LGBT trans person in your motherfucking family. We know what the state of this country is like right now. And I'm okay because I'm spiritually protected and guided. Hello? So I'm okay and I'm going to be okay. But you don't know that. So you're not checking on me. Hey, hope you're doing well. And I have two cousins who did that. Two younger cousins that always did that. One, 8 years younger than me. The other one, I think, is like 7 years younger than me. They always check on, hey, cousin, hope you're good. Hope you're good. When my sister passed away, they were really always in my back too. Oh, hope you're doing well. Cousin sending me cute little memes and stuff to keep me in good spirit. So I'm like, these people will always have my love. And when they need me, I'll be there for them. But these other people, oh, well, you don't hit me up, so I don't hit you up. Girl, you're married with kids. You don't need, girl, you're good. I know you're good. You're married with kids. You're good, sis. You need something, you got that. Girl, what? So I'm not reaching out because you're not reaching out. And if you're free to reach out, no, girl, that's not like, no. Girl, I already told you, I'm not going to reach out to you because I know you have a busy schedule. I have a busy schedule as well, but it's only me. And of course, my schedule is based on what I want it to be. When you're in a relationship or you got kids, that's another story. That's why I said the only two reasons that I would let a friend not make time for me is if they're taking care of sick parents, they have children, and that's it. Because even working, nobody's working 20, girl, you got to have an off day. Girl, you have all day. And girl, you're working at a job where you're working every single day. You got medical time off and stuff. You got medical leave and all that, girl. You better take 3 days off, spend a day with me, and work those other 2 days. Girl, that's what it comes down to. So yeah, Debbie, let that friend go. They're too busy for you. They only make time for you when they want to. Yeah, let them go. We can't tolerate friendships like that anymore. We can't tolerate friends who don't really care about our existence. Because if you care, show me. If you love me, say it. If you need me, show it. If you want me, prove it. Okay? Okay? Don't just say things that... No, let me stop. That's it, Debbie. Yeah, let them go. It's not worth it. And trust me, watch how your life is going to elevate when you let this person go too, Debbie. Watch how your life is going to elevate. You're going to say, damn. You're going to say, damn. I noticed when I stopped talking with Tommy, my life took off. My life got better. And of course, it's not immediate because sometimes you got to let go of people to get to know yourself. Sometimes people are ignoring you because you're ignoring aspects of yourself that's important to deal with. See how that works? So sometimes it's not even that they're ignoring you because they're too booked, they're too busy. It's really maybe there's things that you should be focusing on that you're not focusing on. And the universe is reminding you. Okay. So yes, it feels like they don't care about me. There you go. That's it. Baby, I don't care how busy you are. Make time for me. Show me that I'm the one. Show me that you really care. Okay. But yes, honey. Let me get in here, y'all. Let me do my thing, girl. Y'all, I gotta get this down before I go to bed, honey. I might be I'll probably be up until 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be available for those readings and tea, honey. I'm just gonna break down this little container right here of all my. It got some of my crossing stuff in it too. Oh yeah, girl. Let me go ahead and put this down. Debbie, don't let these people run game on you, okay? Don't let people run game on you, honey. Okay? Don't let people run games on you. Okay? You're welcome, Debbie. Take care, y'all. Be good, okay? I'm always telling y'all 2waysspiritname@gmail.com, 2spiritmissile.blogspot.com. I guess I will be coming out with I guess you call it backup Gmail, but I feel like that might be only available to those who are exclusive. Because I think I want to start offering stuff for y'all exclusively. I offered the 24-hour cam access, but the platform I was using, they start changing the way it operates. So I do want to do something else where I'm only doing content for y'all, because there's times I do want to go live and show y'all outdoor shit. But girl, you can't let your haters know every fucking thing. So I'm like, yeah, I can't be on here posting certain things. But as you know, private connections and all that. Yeah, you can see all that. Like, I guess membership. I don't know how I would even do that though. Like, it wouldn't be month to month. I think I would do like 3 to 6 months at a time. Because we'll be doing so much to y'all. Where is this? Okay, one of my candles broke in half months ago. I'm finding. I'm like, where is the bottom piece to this? Because now I'm throwing it away, and I hate throwing away candles. Yes, y'all. Nothing like Debbie. Be good to your stuff, okay? Okay, y'all. Bye for now. Good chatting, honey.